This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Certain Corn Herbicide. Unleash residual power early to allow for pre- or post-application to attack weeds at their weakest. I'm Ty Higgins. As we get ready for February's World Agriculture Supply and Demand Report, traders are still talking about January's report. Ryan Metzger is with Leist Mercantile. I asked him if he's ever seen a January report quite that impactful.
No, I don't think I have. Certainly a lot of farmers were really upset to see the harvestable acres increase. We thought, or at least suspected, there was going to be a small increase due to less corn being cut for silage, but did not anticipate seeing over 1 million acres. And the yield increase also somewhat warranted, was definitely catching a lot of us off guard for sure.
The question is, we have a lot of corn, where's it going to go? So we'll talk about domestic in a little bit as far as uses for corn and soybeans, but let's start with exports. What's your export outlook for 2026 as we get ready to plant the new crop?
Yeah, so our current pace right now is well above what the USDA has. We're starting to see more threatening in the price structure with South America. Argentina's FOB to FOB versus NOLA is much cheaper. So as we're going to be trying to target more opportunities to get export corn, we're going to need to be priced accordingly. And right now, we're just not willing to compete. So it's going to be tough. We're still going to come in above USDA estimate. As far as the outlook for next year goes, we're going to be looking at a sizable balance sheet as well. It's really going to be dependent on if we can get some of these new trade deals ratified and more primarily find some more ways to use it domestically.
Yeah, China held up their end of the bargain as far as the 12 million metric tons that they purchased from us.
Yeah.
Do you continue to see business from them in 2026?
That's the big question, right? They honored the 12 million metric ton promise. Scott Bessent has told us that the intent is that they're going to do 25 million metric tons per year for the next 3 years. It's not where they were, right? And we certainly have a large crop in South America that's going to eat into a lot of those opportunities. But I believe the administration is going to be very focused on ensuring that they hold up the end of the bargain and do take the 25 million metric tons.
One of the things you looked at that I found very interesting as we talk about exports is the global population and when that population tops out for certain countries. For some countries it already has. But what are we looking for there as far as opportunities for exports in the future?
Yeah, so we need to continue to look at where our trading partners are and what their outlooks are going to be over the next 5, 10, 20 years and try to find ways to break into some of the new emerging markets. We're already doing a good bit of that into Latin America. We need to see some more growth into the Middle East, need to see some more growth into Africa. India is certainly a market that is now the largest population, and our exposure there isn't what it could be. We've obviously seen them do some new trade deals over the last couple of weeks, the big one being the free trade deal with the EU, but we need to find ways to leverage our ability to grow a great crop and find ways to get it into some of these emerging countries.
Our full conversation is online now at ohioagnet.com. Let's check in with our weekly update from the Ohio Soybean Council and your checkoff dollars at work. Here's Joel Penorwood.
Sowing seeds for success. That's the theme of this year's Night for Young Professionals event at the Ohio State University ATI, Agricultural Technical Institute. Night for Young Professionals is an event that happens at various higher learning facilities around the state. We're proud to be a part of it, as well as sponsored by the Ohio Soybean Council and the Soybean Checkoff. Our guest, Kennedy Auker, co-committee chair for the Night for Young Professionals crew at ATI. And Kennedy is a freshman there, majoring in ag communication, a great major. First of all, give us a glimpse. How did you get involved with Night for Young Professionals, and what do you think of it so far?
Yeah, I'm reporter for ACELT, Agriculture Communicators, Educators, Leaders of Tomorrow. So that's our ag communications club, education. All of those kids, they get in that bunch, and we all just love to be leaders. We love to grow. We love to have that drive. And so it kind of started there. And, they brought up the topic Night for Young Professionals.
So let's talk about some of your goals. Let's get into the nitty gritty of this year's Night for Young Professionals at ATI. I'm proud to be coming up and helping out with it myself. But what is it going to look like? Who's going to be speaking for you? What kind of professional interaction will happen? And how, along with that, is that helping to shape the next generation of agricultural professionals in the workplace while you guys are still in school? Yeah.
This year we've changed it up a little bit, and I think that comes with everybody's other leadership backgrounds that they might have. We've done 5 breakout rooms from many different speakers. Everybody has a different take on networking. Everyone has a different take on communications. So that's what's going to be really cool. It gives students those opportunity to hear from maybe people that, that strikes their interest, because ATI, yes, we're all agriculture students, but we also have all different backgrounds and we all have different things that we're wanting to learn about.
Ohio AgNet and Ohio's Country Journal proud to be a part of Night for Young Professionals and talking with Kennedy Ocker. She's a freshman in Ag Communications at The Ohio State University ATI, one of the co-committee chairmen of this year's event there. It wouldn't be possible without the support of the Ohio Soybean Council and the Soybean Checkoff. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Joel Norwood.
Let's check the forecast now, brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com. Here's Ryan Martin.
Right now, the light snow that we can see today going to focus more on northwest and west central Ohio. Can't rule out a fresh coating to an inch, but I don't think today is the big story. The bigger story is going to be the main body of this Clipper system that dives down all the way across Ohio through the day tomorrow. Going to put down anywhere from a coating to 2 inches easily. May see a few slightly higher totals, but I'm not expecting a lot like that. 80% coverage on snow as we move through Friday in Ohio, so gear up. Little bit of slickness, a little bit of a problem, likely, as we move through Friday afternoon and evening. Saturday, strong north winds in here, plenty of clouds coming off the Great Lakes, but I don't think a lot more than that. And then Sunday, we get partly sunny skies. The part that you're all waiting for next week, big warming surge starting right away Monday, rains Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm Ryan Martin.
If you have some new applicators working on the farm this year, the Ohio Agribusiness Association has a course for you. Allison Kinney has the details.
OABA, in partnership with the Ohio State University College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences, is launching a new custom applicator training program. It's designed specifically for individuals with up to 3 years of experience in crop protection and nutrient application. The 4-day hands-on program will take place March 16th through the 19th. It's held on the CFAES Worcester campus and will provide participants with technical skills, regulatory knowledge, and professional practices necessary to excel as custom applicators. Registration is now open to OABA members, with each company eligible to register up to 3 participants. Additional registrants will be placed on a wait list, and if space remains, registration will open to non-members on February 16th. The course is limited to 30 participants and costs $1,400 per person. For more information, please visit theohioagnet.com for the full article. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Allison Kinney reporting.
Allison, thank you. Back after this as the Ohio AgNet continues.
Get ready to bid on the heavy equipment and vehicles you need in a Ritchie Brothers Midwest Regional event happening February 10th through 12th. Inventory is at Ritchie Brothers locations in Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Kansas City, and Lincoln, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of excavators, loaders, dump trucks, and truck tractors. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Columbus to sign up. rbauction.com/Columbus.
It's time for the Morton Buildings Building Value Days sales event running now through the end of February. Morton buildings are built stronger, last longer, and look better. So if you're planning for a garage, farm shop, stall barn, a storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, or anything in between, act now. Our buildings are built to last, but these savings won't. Visit MortonBuildings.com or contact your local Morton office to take advantage of current savings on new buildings. Certain restrictions may apply. Offer valid only on select new building orders placed between January 5th and February 28th, 2026.
Welcome back to the Ohio AgNet. I'm Ty Higgins. What does the big game on Sunday and agriculture have in common? More than you might think, as Joe Everett tells us in today's featured audio.
Many TVs across America will be tuned in to the big game on Sunday. The Super Bowl is consistently one of the highest demand days for food across the United States, supporting the farm economy. Faith Parham, an economist with the American Farm Bureau Federation, said Super Bowl Sunday can really reflect the abundance of American agriculture.
We have chicken wings, cheese, chips, pizza, guacamole, all different kinds of snacks that Americans will eat this Sunday. And those are coming from farmers and ranchers across all of our 50 states and Puerto Rico. And so that's really helping show the diversity and strength of U.S. American ag.
In just chicken wings alone, Americans are expected to eat well over 1 billion wings during the Super Bowl this weekend, supplied by poultry farmers concentrated across the Southeast and parts of the Midwest. In 2024, farm-level poultry receipts totaled about $45.4 billion, making poultry one of the most valuable segments of U.S. agriculture. Then as we look to the dairy industry, cheese from mozzarella for pizza to queso dip and cheddar slices, it is the quiet workhorse of the Super Bowl spreads. U.S. milk production is currently at a record level, helping keep cheese plentiful and affordable for consumers. However, Parham says as folks come together to watch the big game, it's important to remember that the farmers supplying the spread face rising production costs and tight margins.
A lot of farmers and ranchers across the system in the country are not making money. We can think about corn and wheat farmers who are projected to lose money per acre, and that continues across specialty crop growers like potatoes, tomatoes, avocados. And so all of this is really showing the financial strain on the farm economy.
Parham also says that something to keep in mind is that farmers receive only a small share of every food dollar spent at the grocery stores.
They received about 15.9 cents for every dollar spent on food. The rest of that dollar spent went to things like marketing costs, processing, transportation. And so even though there's strong demand around the Super Bowl for U.S. and ag products, not all of that is going to the farmers. And so financial pressure is continuing to build for farmers and ranchers across the country.
Super Bowl Sunday offers a snapshot of the strength and reach of U.S. agriculture, a food system capable of delivering abundance, variety, and affordability at an enormous scale. But beneath that abundance is a more fragile reality. Many farmers facing rising labor, energy, input, and financing costs that markets do not keep the pace with. So as you gather around your TV for this Super Bowl Sunday, it's worth remembering that every bite reflects far more than what's on the plate. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Joe Everett reporting.
Joe, thank you so much. If you're looking for the latest in Ohio agriculture, get it all in one place, the Ohio AgNet podcast. Join us as we sit down with farmers, experts, ag leaders from across the Buckeye State. From the latest news to the interviews that matter, we're here to keep you informed and connected. Whether you're in the tractor, the truck, or the shop, we bring the conversation right to you. Search Ohio AgNet Podcast on your favorite app or find it on Facebook or YouTube. And don't miss a minute of the Ohio AgNet Podcast. Subscribe today. Back with the markets and analysis next as the Ohio AgNet continues.
Attention construction pros. Purple Wave Auction brings quality equipment to your fingertips. Join our bi-weekly online auctions featuring dozers, excavators, loaders, and more. We provide detailed listings, photos, and seller contact info. Inspect online or in person. With our no reserve policy, every item sells to the highest bidder. Visit purplewave.com today and see why informed builders choose Purple Wave. Transparent processes, real deals, your next great purchase awaits. purplewave.com.
Whether you're in the fields or on the farm, creating a safer work environment has never been easier. BWC's safety consulting services are included with your policy premiums and offer training and education for everyone in your farming operation. It's always the right time to make safety a priority. Visit bwc.ohio.gov or call 1-800-644-6292. The Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation, here to help you work safely.
Welcome back to the Ohio AgNet. I'm Ty Higgins. Today's market analysis brought to you by the Louis Dreyfus Company, excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC by calling 574-566-2113. With some news behind the numbers, here's Ryan Martin.
Wild and crazy day in the marketplace yesterday, and it all came back to a presidential, it wasn't even a tweet, it was a Truth Social post. We started the day yesterday benignly enough. Corn and wheat mixed slightly higher, beans a little bit higher. Actually, beans put together a double-digit move, and there wasn't really a big reason for it, but it was a nice, strong start. And then about mid-morning, that Truth Social post came out. A lot of flowery language about China, but the crux of it is buried in that was an idea that China could bump their soybean purchases for this current crop year to 20 million metric tons. Now, will it happen? I don't know. It felt a lot like kicking the tires, but what I can tell you is if they do that, the balance sheet gets a lot more interesting, such that non-China buyers are going to have to go to South America, including us. we may actually end up importing beans from Brazil up into the U.S. So this is a wild and crazy time. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thank you, Ryan. Markets on the Ohio AgNet brought to you by Seed Consultants, Simply Better Performance, online at seedconsultants.com. March corn overnight down 1 3/4 at $4.27 3/4. March beans $10.90 a bushel down 2 1/4, and July wheat down 2 3/4 at $5.44 1/2. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Ty Higgins reporting. We'll see you down the road.